Good evening, everyone. Welcome to Ben's Brick Designs. Happy Thursday. I'm Ben. Welcome to the stream. Thanks for being here. Hello, Missy. Hello, Greg. Thank you for choosing to watch this instead of the presidential debate. We forgot until about 10 minutes ago that that was on. I wasn't probably going to watch it anyway, so it doesn't really matter. But if you want to have both on, if you're trying to escape from one to the other, then I appreciate you being here instead. If you hear something yelling from the other room, that is Beth absolutely hating life. I told her it's probably not a good idea to watch, but she wanted to do it. So today we are going to be working on a Scorcher from Horizon Zero Dawn's DLC. Let me get this opened up. Oh, that's not a very good one. You can get a good... So the Scorcher is... Oh, that's not a good one. That's pretty good. Scorcher is a wolf analog from the Frozen Wilds DLC of Horizon Zero Dawn. It is basically a very large wolf or very large dog, however you want to term it. It almost has like an Anubis cat look. Maybe it's a big lynx. I've heard it was more of a dog or a coyote or a wolf or something, but I think an argument could be made for it being a big cat, like a tiger or something. But we've already got we've got two big cat types already. Well, we've got three. We've got a sawtooth and a ravager, which are about the same thing, and then a slightly smaller one that's more like a puma or a large bobcat in the stalker, but that's smaller. So I don't know if there's a good image of this next to Aloy or not, but it's roughly the size of a sawtooth. Can't really tell from any. It's a pretty good picture. This thing is an absolute monstrosity. Okay, here we go. Yeah, so here's a pretty good image. I don't want the video. I want the image. You first encounter this creature. Looks like it's maybe a little bigger. You first encounter this creature when you are basically going from one map to the other map. You're going from the main map. You get the DLC, and you once you beat the original game, it sets you back to a certain point and says the whole world's reset to right before you started the final mission. So you can go explore and do whatever you want. So part of that is going up into the Frozen Wilds, which is basically the northeastern part of the map. You're kind of going up into like Wyoming, basically. Wyoming, Montana, Yellowstone area, because there's some big geysers and hot springs and sulfur springs and stuff. So you do a lot of climbing and walking these frozen paths in these like defiles and gorges and stuff, and you get to this kind of opened area, and you see a machine walking around. You're like, oh, okay, that's probably a sawtooth or something, and it turns around and it's got these big ears and it lights up with flame and it just charges at you. So right off the bat, you've been thrown in it. So, but it's not a terribly hard machine to beat. It's about the same as any of the other ones comparable to its size. So I thought it'd be easy enough to adapt. So here's the sawtooth, and you can see the legs and everything are going to be fairly easy to adapt. We'll probably throw some more orange in here by the look of it. So yeah. So I hope everybody's having a good day. Let me know how your week's going. Reminder that Brick Rodeo is next week, so I'll probably be doing something Sunday morning, but then after that, Thursday I won't be doing anything, and Sunday I won't be doing anything because I will be at Brick Rodeo. Thursday, about this time, there's going to be an event, I'm sure. I don't think I'm necessarily doing anything. In fact, let me look at the schedule. I need to make a schedule for myself because you sign up for a lot of volunteer stuff. And so it's like, well, these are the games I want to go to. These are the talks or events that I'm running. But then I'm also like backup or volunteer for a bunch of other stuff. So I want to make sure that I have, and I want to spend time with my MOC too and talk to the public and things. So I want to make sure I got to get my schedule down for this whole thing. If you haven't had tickets, if you haven't got your tickets yet and you are in the Austin area over July 4th weekend, please do so soon. They will go out. They will go. Text-Leg meetup. Well, that works. I'm running it. So that's why I can't do it. I didn't realize I was running this. Somebody must have put that on there with me as the head since I'm the ambassador. So registration's open. This kind of stinks because this is we only have 2 hours for public show, and for one of them I'm doing a meetup. I didn't realize it was going to be that night, so not super happy about that, but whatever. But yeah, so this will be the reason why I'm not doing anything Thursday night. And then Sunday morning at 10, there's a walk the mock, and then this, which I think I need to be involved in, but I'm not really sure. I'm definitely doing the Lego trivia. So, so there's going to be, I'm going to have to go back through and look at the rest of the schedule and find out who I'm like the backup for or the alternate for. There's also volunteers that will be backing up everybody. So the only reason you would need a second is if like that person doesn't show up at all and you have to take over for all their stuff, running some games, that kind of thing. If they bail on a talk that they were running, there's really nothing you can do about that. You're shopping for 4K movies. Yeah, just looked at the schedule today. It's got a lot going on, so that's for sure. I am fairly excited about the trivia. I found a pretty good, without having to just ask. What I might do, I think next time we do this, is just see if Geeks Who Drink wants to do it. So this is the slideshow that I was able to get and run. I found this great slideshow that has all these like preloaded slides in it. I'm trying to skip to the end here. So it's got all these preloaded slides in it that you can adjust to fit whatever you need. These are just examples, and then like the transitions are nice, and they've fade in and fade out. They've got it all set up. So I just adjusted it to fit like a Control F5. Let's see if this does it. So it should, go through the slides fairly easly. And then, I've got a score sheet and all this kind of stuff. So I'm going to try to keep it under 2 hours, but we'll see how it goes. So I'm pretty excited about that. Yeah, so that's what's happening next week. All Brick Rodeo all the time. We got to try to get some stuff done. Hopefully we get some tickets sold. That's what we need to do, is public tickets. So if you see anything by Brick Rodeo, make sure to share it, like it, and share it, and get it out in the world. Anyway, so ordered the Northman and the Hunger Games 4. All right, cool. I don't think I saw the Hunger Games. No, I think I saw all of the Hunger Games. So this is a fairly similar build to, honestly, let's do the Ravager. Because the Ravager even has the same sort of, well, let's do a mix. This is the Sawtooth, because it'll have the same sort of back little thing on it. So let's combine a couple of these things. I know it's not going to be exact, but at this size, I think it's going to be pretty good. You can tell it's still got this. The main weapon it has, it's got like it swipes at you with its claws. It rushes at you with like this fireball rush thing, where it kind of looks like a dragster with flames shooting out, and then it charges at you. But it's also got this thing on its back, which is a mine layer, and so it'll shoot out mines to kind of surround it, and the mines like they trigger when you get proximity mines. And like a couple of the things, Sawtooth you can't, Ravager you can. If you knock a component off, sometimes it's a usable weapon. So you can pick up this mine layer and basically chuck a bunch of mines at this guy. They have to like hit the ground and flip and float up in the air, so it's not like an instant hit. You kind of have to put him in front of you and hope that he comes at you. But it's totally about the same thing. And you can even see some of the like these forearm pieces right here are fairly similar. The back end pieces are going to be fairly similar. It looks like the paws are about the same size. I wouldn't be surprised. Let's look this up. Horizon Zero Dawn Scorcher. Let's see if it tells us what it's supposed to be. Maybe there's a behind the scenes, like they tried to make it look like a something. Because if it's just another big cat, then this is going to be super easy. I'm just going to take it. Its head is lupine. Okay, so that's a dog. Oh, a fox. So it's a big red fox. I wasn't aware of that. So there are names for some of these. That's pretty cool. Oh, for the attack. Cinder Claw, Scorching Fang, Quick Scorching Fang, Furnace Blast. Yeah, so there are some attacks that it does. Scanning Ear. The Scorcher appearance is inspired by wolves and coyotes. Its appearance and fire make it resemble Killen from Chinese mythology. Ooh, let's look that up. What is my favorite Kubrick movie? Well, that's a good question. I don't really know that I have one. I'm just going to kind of stick to... He doesn't have a ton, right? Yeah, that's pretty cool. That's a cool little animal. Let's see, Kubrick movies. 2001 is probably my favorite. Who's been debating tonight? I'm debating whether or not I should continue with this line of Lego designing. Fear and Desire, Killers. I haven't seen. Oh wait, I've seen Spartacus. I've seen Lolita, Doctor Strangelove. Haven't seen Barry Lyndon. Seen. So I think, honestly, out of all these, I think Doctor Strangelove is my favorite. 2001 is fine because it's space. Spartacus is pretty good. Not a fan of Full Metal Jacket or Eyes Wide Shut. It's fine. Shining's fine. Clockwork Orange is one of those movies where I feel like I'm not smart enough to get it, right? So, all right. So we're using the same model for basically this guy. But what we're going to do is we're going to adapt a couple features from the other two, and we're going to change the head. So let's start with, it's the same kind of canopy thing in the back. That'll be easy to set up real quick. We can do that. How you doing, James? How's things? I'm going to color some of it white, though. We're going to get rid of these two guys and these two guys and those two guys. How does that fit on there? Like so. So we'll get rid of that. Okay. And we'll color some of this white. Only one day of work left until I'm off until the Thursday after Brick Rodeo. Wow, the Thursday after Brick Rodeo. I have a half day tomorrow because our company is doing half days for the summer, so I only have a half day tomorrow. And then in the afternoon, I'm running up to maybe the Lego store and then up to Bricks and Minifigs to pick up some stuff for the convention. And then that evening we're hanging out with our friends. And then I'm off all next week. I'm debating talking to my boss and say, look, we will just be done with the convention Sunday night, probably late. After we're all cleaned up, after we're all put into the moving van, and I shamble home, I might want to take Monday off. But Monday may be our opening for one of our new floors. So I'm kind of like, maybe I don't want to do that. So let's tweak this a little bit. So I'm going to get rid of that. I'm going to get rid of that. These I'm going to keep. Make those white. I'll make these orange, except I think these are hard to find in orange, aren't they? Nope, those are just regular old whatevers. July 17th to the end of July, nice. Yeah, it's going to be, so in a few days, it'll be not only July, my birthday is June 30th. My birthday is Sunday, right? 28th, 29th, 30th, yeah. So Saturday we're going out. Is this just one? Does that come in that color? It does not. We'll keep that color. Keep that white. That top thing orange. Actually, let's change this and put those binoculars back on. Say that again. Excuse me. Beth says she couldn't make it past the first question of the debate. That's hilarious. Yeah, I don't... It's sort of meaningless. Put that on there and make that orange. I don't know what the back of this looks like. Is there gonna... Can I see the back of it somewhere? I keep doing this. Nope. It's hard to do stripes like this at this size. You have to kind of fudge it with internal pieces and stuff like that. This is also going to have a belt that goes up here, so I may need to get rid of this. It's going to be another one of these things where there's a belt that goes up to it. So those are going to go away. I think. I don't know how those canisters are in there. That's a really good shot of its head. I'm going to use that later. That's a great shot of that. Oh, they are. I could leave them on there. That's pretty much exactly the same thing. This isn't a gun, so I'm going to take this part off. But I'm going to leave the shoulder mount on there because I think you could probably reuse it and build out the back a little bit to keep it as is, but there's a chain that connects. I guess this is the storage where the mines are kept, and then it feeds this to where it's launched. So that can be, get rid of this. Make that white. Hi, little wine. Anybody want to see, come here. You want to see Aggie? You want to say hello? Come here. Aggie says hello. How you doing, Aggie? She says, I do not want to be up here. The Agatha Harkness show starts pretty soon. I think sometime in July. So we will be watching that together. Okay. Thank you, Hunter. Appreciate it. Spoiled rotten dog. You have no idea how spoiled this dog is. She is the pretty princess of the house. This needs to be a different shape. I think I'm going to take this whole thing off. I'll leave the mount, but I think this whole thing needs to be a different look. They're both pretty spoiled. The big one too. The big one sleeps anywhere she wants. She gets all, they both get the same amount of love and attention. This one just happens to sleep on my head at night. The big one goes and sleeps either in the guest bed or on the couch or on the day bed. Both of them rarely sleep on the floor anymore because we have hardwood floors. So there's something that this animal has that the others don't. I'm going to redo some of these neck pieces too. It has a lot of these coils in there. And this is probably to generate all the fiery aspects of it. Its head is also obviously very different, but I'm going to keep this head for the, you can see it's the same sort of with the eyes, right? But I think I'll just crank up some things for ears. I like the Ravager's face for this a little better. Not much that needs to be changed on it. So he'll need some ears, so we'll figure out how to put some ears on here. Maybe some blades. I'm just kind of jumping around because I don't really, whatever. So, yeah, Brick Radio is coming up. After that, the 72-hour community live stream event will be happening July, I think it's 11th. It starts that Wednesday. So, like Wednesday night the 10th, basically. So, 11th, 12th, 13th, 14th. I don't know if it goes into Monday this time. I think it ends Sunday, but it'll start late Wednesday and then Thursday through Sunday. So it's just called 72 hour. Again, it's not really 72 hour. It's 96 hours or whatever it is now. I will have my normal time slot. Haley Bricks is running the show this time. It's gonna be all your favorite YouTube live streamers. I think we went over this last stream, Hoosier Bricks will be there. Bunny Bricks is doing something. I think Mayo's doing something. I don't know that Johnny got a spot. I don't know that Vab got a spot. King Oldendorf is going to do something. Brick Bods is going to do something. I think London Bridge Bricks is going to do something. So it's kind of the typical, it's the same stuff, right? The idea is to kind of get new people involved, to kind of share some space, get some subscribers to the newer people, and go from there. See, I don't know why It should just do this. Yeah, I don't know why it's continually not. Thank you. So yeah, we got to replace a lot of this with orange. So I got to figure out some places to put some orange. Like this would be a good spot, but these are those new bricks, and I don't. Oh, they do come in that color. Guess what? I'm gonna get a bunch of that. These 1x1 2-plate high bricks. Says it comes in orange, so we're gonna do that. And any joint that's got like a 1x1 plate or something in there that I can put an orange in there, I'm going to. It's kind of an internal feel to it, so a lot of these aren't going to be able to do that, but we'll just see what we can do. Like that's going to be that. So this will be fun. Some of these. What is Shadows of Erdtree? Is that the it's not Elder Scrolls? Is it the Elder Scrolls thing that you were talking about last time? I'm gonna make these black. I know there's kind of a distinction here between black and dark gray, because it's kind of hard to tell. I like trying to keep things dark gray, but it's Elden Ring. Thank you. It looks like there's some tan in there. Can we throw a tan thing in here? Maybe this guy is tan. So yeah, this is mostly going to be a recolor, change some parts up. The basic structure I'm keeping exactly the same. You can tell like even the segmented parts right here in front of the hips is pretty much the same. These knee and leg joint things are the same. I know that cats and dogs have different types of legs, but they're segmented the same, and I don't think anyone's going to fault me for, you know, for this. I'm wondering though if he's a little taller. Not as broad, but maybe a little taller. Like I could probably get rid of this stuff. Get rid of this. And fill that with stuff in there. Get a lot of these, get a lot of mileage out of these guys. Okay. Hooters are officially downsizing. That there's a joke in there, and I'm gonna try to leave it alone. These can be tan. And these can be orange. Maybe I don't like that. Maybe those can be orange. And these can still be... What were they before? Black. And then I'm going to put one of these tiles here. That's interesting. Hooters is kind of a big company, and it doesn't surprise me that at some point they probably will have to downsize just because it's, you know, that's, you know, their business plan is basically average bar food and wings and girls with, you know, not dressed very smartly. Okay, so I'm going to keep those intact the way they are. Because there's, so you can see the blaze canisters up there, but in other photos, he's got, there's another photo. That's very small though. Is this any bigger? That it's a little bigger. They do have the higher, the farther in the game you go, they do get more armor on them that you can knock off. So you can kind of see, I don't know if it shows a lot in here, but it does look like this has a little more on it that you can, especially covering important bits. It looks like this is a little more covered than the other one. So I'm trying to do a happy medium of, yeah, this is somewhere in between having blaze canisters just hanging out and it not. So yeah. All right, so I know that these are going to come off. Oh, you know what I didn't do? Didn't fix this. This is going to be... Nobody told me. Okay. All right. So we're doing all right. Things are going the way we want. Let's talk about these ears now. So I still like having this set up for the head. It allows you to kind of open the jaws up, close the jaws, do whatever you need to. I don't want to add too much on here because it's already kind of... but I just had a realization that these are about the same distance. Okay. Yeah, that's being held on enough. That's good. So let's see, what else is going on? What shows are you guys watching? You guys watching The Boys? You watching Acolyte? You watching... is Invincible started back up yet or not? House of Dragons on. That's fun. That's good. That's a heck of a first episode that they got. I think I'm going to color these dark gray. And then I'm going to put these guys up here on tan. Maybe a little taller if I can do something a little taller. The book Dark Matter was excellent. No shows for a month. I'll watch Dark Matter once Dove reads the books. Cool. What is Dark Matter about? Is it a fiction? Okay, So this is pretty standard, simple, we'll just get it done kind of thing, but I don't necessarily like how that's not curved. To figure out if I can get something that's curved. The author is the producer, if you remember correctly. Nice, that's always good to hear. Sci-fi multiverse, dude steals another's life. Okay, cool. I'm currently reading Children of Time. I don't remember who the author is. Let's look it up. Children of Time, Children in Time. Adrian Tchaikovsky. 2015. I think it won a couple awards. Oh, there's a film adaptation. I guess it didn't win any awards. I thought it did. It's pretty good so far. It bounces around a little bit between some very interesting ideas, mostly around like time dilation of long distance space travel and evolution kind of at the same time. I will say it was a little hard for me to pick up initially because I was also listening to an audiobook. A Long Way to a Small Angry Planet. This was actually a lot more enjoyable than I feel like I thought it was going to be initially. It's the first part of 4 books, and they're very short. They're not super heavy or anything like that. It's very light science fiction. Oh, Children of Time series. Cool. All right. So this is pretty cool. I just started this on an audiobook, and I finished the first one, and now I'm on the second. It's the Wayfarer series. So I'm on the second book now. This one, Closed and Common Orbit. So I didn't know this was going to be 4 parts. And I think all 4 of them are on Spotify if you have premium. So I'll be able to download these. And they're good. It kind of reminds me a little bit of Farscape in that it's kind of aliens all working together on one ship and they kind of do stuff together. So like if the cast of Firefly were actually co-workers who worked together on the Firefly ship, Farscape, on the Firefly ship, because the Firefly ship is a prison vessel and it's a living vessel, and there's a bit of difference in it, kind of thing, but it gives you that vibe. And it's really good world building with a lot of good alien creatures and stuff, so it's very enjoyable. And I also like Children of Time, so I'll try that Dark Matter. The next one. I've got to start making lists because every time I go to half price to get a book, I'm like, what was that one book that I wanted? All right, so let's see. Oh yeah, I was looking up blades. Something that's got a little curve in it that I could use as ears. That's not giant. It could come in a good color. Like that would be good. This probably comes in flat silver. No, comes in trans neon green. Okay. That would be pretty good. Comes in pearl gold, so it's not terribly. I'd have to get something to hold it. Comes in pearl gold, huh? Oh, but it actually. Pretty cool knife. That actually looks like exactly the shape I want. What color does that come in? Flat silver. That's perfect. How do we get that up here? So, let's take a look. Oh, I like that. I like kind of stuff like that. Yeah. So does the Long Way to a Small Angry Planet, it's very much pushing some envelopes, and I'm all for it. It doesn't make me feel like anything's being pushed on me or anything. It's just part of the universe that it is. Let's see. I suppose I could just do clip. Yeah, that's cool. Is that too big? Let's make those tan. And then we'll put an ingot on top, and that should... Because then I could rotate them a little bit. It looks like they're a little bit... There is ears, technically. So you could kind of rotate them. Hell, kind of... hate this. Yeah, that's cool. I like that. Nice. Okay, cool. I do have lists, but I have like a Goodreads account. I barely use it. Save as. This is a Scorcher. All right, let's check out this neck. So it's got a little bit longer neck. I don't know that we can extend this much. Don't think we need to, but maybe we do. It's hard to tell. I don't want to get it too crazy. And again, this has got a lot of orange in here that I'm not really sure how to get the orange in here. This can go. Redo that. It looks like we can make these round. Use this color. Let's see. Have to go to my phone or desktop to update it. I have Goodreads and Kindle won't use the app anymore, so that does suck. Let's see. Can we move that forward? That'd be pretty cool. Okay. And then let's just do a plate. So I have not even opened, I haven't even gone into my lug bulk bag yet from a while ago. It's just, it was, a bunch of stuff got put on top of it, and I just haven't had a chance to go through it yet. What do you think about 98347? Ooh. That's actually kind of nice. Is it much bigger? It's a little smaller. What color does it come in? Flat silver or pearl dark gray. So in order to attach that, you could do one of two things. It needs a Technic pin or just a that. I could it's not bad. I can't twist it to make it look like its ears. Because its ears kind of slightly come out. But that's a great look. Can I do this in tan? Yes. So I can keep the colors the same. I could move this up a little. And then put something in there too, like a just another plate or another No, it's good. I'm gonna leave them both on there and sleep with both of them for a hot second, see which one I like. I don't like the way this comes up right there, but I also don't necessarily like that there's a big old clip right there. I'm indifferent both ways, really. So, but yeah, I'll keep that in mind because that does have a really good shape. That's a really good shape. Let's see, what are the costs of that one? 28 cents versus not terribly less expensive. What does it say the cheapest color is? Flat silver and probably flat silver. Is bright green is the cheapest one. That's hilarious. All right, so I think I'll keep those up here, but doesn't necessarily look like I need them. I might use it to kind of fake there being stuff in here. So let's try something. Let's leave those in there, and then maybe if those can be that color. What is that? Okay, didn't think so. Well, yeah, and I mean, honestly, this is the best you're gonna get. Is something because in the game it moves so fast, you know. So it almost looks like it's like an upside down skate. It's white. It's got some gold on it. I mean, who knows, right? Like, plus, like, I'm not sure these are somebody else's renders versus the game's renders. So in game though, let's see if we can get a pretty good look. That's not a real good look, but yeah, you can see in game they kind of fold out a little bit, so they've got these kind of triangular shapes to it. So yeah, I don't know. We'll figure it out. All right, so let's put this gun on this thing, or this mine layer. It's got a little mine laying chute. Let's see. I don't want it to be huge. Can we still use this thing in here? That's still a piece we can use. So yeah, let's see. Sci-fi. Oh, next week is Monday. Will be. I'm gonna try to do that Monday. Go to the Lego store on Monday and get a Bumblebee. Because that comes out Monday, right? These are a little different. Let's make these gray. Yeah. So this thing rotates. It's got I don't know if I'm gonna be able to get this little chute, this little slit on the front where the mines come out. If that is indeed where they come out. I feel like it is. Yeah, this is just somebody's like 3D printed model. Basically the exact same image as that. I already got that one up. That's not a very big image. So some of these later oh, this is gonna be a good one. Be large. Some of these later machines are gonna be kind of hard to get images for just because they aren't as popular as the tall neck or the Thunderjaw. There's gonna be a million images of those, but you go, hey, that's Scorcher, and people are like, the what? The who now? So you can almost keep these and put like just put like a thing on the side of it. Let's try that. Let's try. I need to slide this all up a little bit and get that out of the way. Can I get a thing on there? So the UK is also in the midst of elections. Yeah, that's gonna have to come up a little more. Rishi Sunak is probably gonna be voted out as prime minister, and then some guy named like Kaya Stremling or something like that is gonna be voted in. And everyone's like, we don't know who he is. Like, he has no stance or anything. Like, it's hard to tell what this guy's about. Like, man, I wish we had that problem. Like, just a regular person who were like, yeah, we don't really, instead of doing absolutely everything about them. And what a piece of work they may or may not be. Alright, so can I get away with doing that? Nope. I don't want to grab that at all. That doesn't fit. That's a shame. Alright, so we'll come back to this. Because I do like it. I like the shape. I wish this shape was on this sword, you know? He is going to have these things in the back covering his midsection kind of thing. So back here, we're going to get rid of that. And we're going to get rid of that. And we're going to have these fang things back here instead. Is that going to give me enough room? corner plate. Enough room there. That's going to be black. We'll say black. We're going to say black. They kind of twist a little bit, but I'm going to see if I can just not have them twist a little bit. This could also be orange. And then I'll put a corner. And there, that's black. That's pretty good. Okay. Gotta remember to do both sides here. So let's see, what else is going on? Did I leave that over there? I sure did. Oh, nope, that's not gonna, oh wait. See, that stuck out way too far. Some good looking movies are coming out. We went and saw The Fall Guy a while ago, and that looked pretty, or that was pretty fun. I would highly recommend it. Even if you can't see it in the theater, at least watch it. But I think the point of it is to like see it in the theater because it's made by people who love movies, and they did a really good job of it. So if you can check that out, all the better. I need a better view of like kind of under his arms. Is that two of them? Can't really tell from that either. Kind of can tell from that if I can zoom in on that a little bit. Some of this you have to make up because like I don't know what lives underneath his arms here. So it looks like it's a lot of black. It's not as much white as the sawtooth and the what's its nuts? The Ravager. So coming off, let's see, let's just assume that the thing, well, let's work on this mine layer a little bit more. Like I initially want to do, since it's got a stud thing in the middle of it, maybe we can do jumper plate. Jumper, and then a 3. And then curved, nope, sloped, sloped curves. And hopefully this doesn't go up too high. So this one, can we do in that color? We can. That can be white. And then the sides can have funky stuff on them. These can be in black. Not only did I build that big tower MOC, but I plan to build a wooden box to haul the fragile side panels over this coming. Wow. We'll be building it out of wood. First time building a box like this. Wish you luck. All the best, man. Like, if I have to resort to other crafts to support the craft that is my primary craft, I don't think I'd make it as a builder. Like, that just seems like way too much. But I mean, awesome. Modified plate. I'm gonna do these guys. How far up? Mostly that way. Okay, so we can do black. Yeah, I don't know how to make that little slot in there. But the other thing is, these inverted, I don't think these come in orange. Oh, they do. Cool, cool, cool. I think that's about as big as I can make this thing without it being like too crazy. If I go one plate higher, it's going to be a little weird. I think that's the size that it needs to be. Maybe we could get away with it. Yeah, that's crazy, man. That's like Tim Ruger level stuff. He built when it was painfully obvious that I had no idea how to put the capital together. He actually built the boards that the capital is on, just plywood and frames and stuff, so that we could transport it. And that's what it's sitting on now in the capital, is a bit of stuff that he put together. But that's what he does too, is like he's really good at figuring that kind of stuff out, and I am not. Let's do a circular round plate in here. Make that white, and then make whatever on the top here white. I don't know what to do about that. Oh wait, hinge plates. These come in white. Yeah, that's pretty good looking. I like it. Cool. Easy, easy, easy. Yeah, my biggest concern is finding cardboard boxes big enough to carry all this stuff. That's all I can do. Luckily, the Mars base separates into some smaller sections that I can put into the Lego boxes that they send the support in, so I've been keeping those. And I actually built all my Horizon stuff to be taken apart and put in segments, so it can actually be transported in boxes rather than one big mass. I've learned my lesson. All right, so this little chain thing, I don't really know what it's going to be. It looks like a belt, right? It looks like a feeder belt. Cool. Right on, Missy. Yeah, I've had all my stuff packed up for a while. I do, like, if something happens to Star Wars and we need to fill out Star Wars, I don't think we're going to. I think we'll have plenty of, but like in case, what's a dude's name from Houston, other Star Wars Ben, McMurtry or whatever his name is. If he can't bring his stuff out, or if Rich Boy J can't bring his stuff out, or the dude from the Lego store, Ty, if he can't bring his stuff out, like any number of people who can't make it, I've got a table full of microfighters I can bring last minute. I can just run home and grab them. They're ready to go. Yeah, I mean, I've had my stuff packed up since April. I've been panicking to make sure that I get it all done in time, which is good because now I've been planning the trivia game, and my studio talk, which the studio talk's gonna be like, hey everybody, I'm here for an hour. I'm gonna run through what it means to work in studio. Some people may have seen this presentation before, some people may not have. So whatever this belt thing back here is going to be, it has to be flexible. It looks like it kind of plugs into the back here. This back end also looks like it's a little higher up on the hip than the sawtooth one, so I may bring this forward a little. What talk are you doing? Do you need help with anything? Probably need to bring up. Which talk are you doing? Concept. Oh, that's right. Okay. Go away. It's not a talk, is it? I don't see it on here. Q&A. Oh, by the way, I don't know who put this in, but I'm pretty sure it was Josh. I think it was Steve's idea to do it, and they're just like, yeah, Ben will run that. I'm like, oh, man, I already got... Maybe I wanted to do Dirty Brickster. Thursday night. Wouldn't have mattered. Let's see. Event. Frame 0. Charity auction. No, not that. Lego car, play brick. It's not play, set build. Lol sphere, no. Build in a bag, no. You sure it's on here? Friday 1 to 2. Oh, Brick Rodeo 2022 build workshop. Cool. I don't think you need to write anything. I think you just need to like, hey everybody, here's how I came up with my idea for this. I don't want to say it in case anyone's watching who hasn't seen it. For my MOC, and here's, because I know you used non-standard parts on some of it to get it built, and just kind of, I don't know. It doesn't matter what I write down. I usually get so off track that it, and I feel better doing it like kind of off the cuff, right? I've worked with studio a lot, so I kind of know what I need to do. If I was doing something brand new like what you're doing, and I tried to write it down, it would be so boring for people. So I wish you luck. I wouldn't want to do it, but you'll be fine. You'll be fine. I have a soundtrack I need to put together. I already have like 50 tracks, and you're gonna play music while it's going on. That's pretty cool. That's a good idea. If you don't care about like what, oh, Texas music. Good idea. Really good idea. All right, I don't need the rest of these guys. I've got everything I need off of them. This is a solo thing now. Save him. Nice. That's pretty cool, man. I like that idea. So yeah, I feel like this neck needs to be different somehow. I am going to get rid of these. They seem to be in the way. This can stay for now. That all looks fine. Don't really care about the rest of this. I think it's all this is fine. Yeah, the neck just seems to be like, it needs to be something else. May have to redo that whole front section because I want the neck to look a little more like that. And it's just a big tube, but I want it to be flexible too. So that's going to be interesting to try to figure out how to get. And this is kind of the same thing that happened with, which that's not a bad idea now that I think about it. So this was the Stalker has this weird neck too. And I struggled with this. He has a very long neck that I was finally able to kind of figure it out, but it's a side-to-side movement. It's just some linked round plates in there, but you can see how much bigger this guy is. I don't need that anymore. This guy's a lot bigger. And in the game, he's a lot bigger too. These animals are a lot smaller. In fact, this is actually a little too big. When you're playing the game, they come up to about shoulder level on Aloy, and I think a minifigure would be about that high, so this was a little big. But yeah, I'm not gonna try to do anything with this, but it does give me an idea to make the neck a little more flexible. There aren't any cone. You know what would be great? Is the things that came in this. But I don't think they're in studio. You're watching Cats Down Without Me? Beth! Beth! She's not listening. She's in there watching 8 out of 10 Cats Does Countdown Without Me. So this would be a great thing to have, because the coconut tree were like the segmented bits that move together, but I don't think the segmented bits are in here. I've never seen them. This is Palm. Let's just see if Palm. Oh wait, yeah, there they are. Like that. So it's this weird little like, it's not a ball socket, but it's this weird little thing that doesn't quite go all the way down. And probably only comes in brown. Oh, it comes in black. Really? That can't be right. Light bluish gray. Interesting. And brown. Reddish brown. $8. I have a couple palm trees. I didn't realize they were $8. What goes in here though? Is that a Technic pin or a Technic axle? Let's say 5L axle. Yep. All right. So you can put that on an axle, and it goes about there. I don't think you can go the other way into it. Yeah, the other way looks like maybe a bar. 4L bar. So you could hold them in together with a bar. And then see, then the problem is what to put around it, because you can't really. The idea is that this needs to be movable, and if you can look, there's armor up at the top here, and then this one there isn't. So it's like, which one do we pick from? Because this is a really good model, but I think it's like a naked, like it's had a lot of its armor knocked off, versus this one, which looks like it's still got quite a bit of its armor on. So I might not use something as flexible as this, but I definitely want to make it a little more maybe come out one segment a little longer. So this is a good idea, but I'm just gonna kind of get rid of that. I wasn't really worried about flexing. I was worried about attaching that first one, and then each subsequent tube can flex on its own once it's attached, because that's what these are for, really, is to flex on that. Because those will flex. That's why you get the palm trees that are like this, because you can put them together and then they all kind of get squirrely. In fact, have any in here? I thought I had somebody pretty close by when I was doing the castle build, because I think I may only have one, and they live in these random. So I have bags of like random parts that I know I'm never going to use. But I'm like, I don't have anywhere else to really put these. Oh, nice. Yeah, with the complete model, it looks like any other ones, with all the stuff inside it, like a big coil of copper wiring in there. I think it looks a lot better. Can't get past a lot of these pieces. I just have I have 2 train tracks. That's it. That's all I've got. Just 2. But I don't know where I got them from. So yeah, I've got a partial one. I don't know where the other segments are, but I think they're supposed to be about 7, maybe 5. So, and I don't think the rest are in here. They might be. Yeah, a piece like this. Like, I don't. This would be great on the Horizon set. Like, I just put that in there and it's a bridge across the thing. But otherwise, like, this is a bag full of stuff that I don't know what to do with. So I think I'm going to try to do a mix, like armor where I think it'd look cool, orange wiring where I think it would look cool. I think the cool part would be if I could figure out how to make a thinner neck. So I kind of feel like I want to push a lot of this back. So all this stuff that I did originally, I think I want to push back. Get rid of that. Get rid of that. Get rid of that. Curve slope. Put this in here instead. In that color. What color did I put it? Metallic gold. What's metallic gold? Oh. That's right, I forgot I had this guy in here. Still shouldn't have metallic gold. There we go. And then this is 2x4 plate. Let's make that a 2x3 plate. For now. Get rid of those. What is that? 2x6. Let's hold off on that just a second. Move that one back. So even if I made it a little, made the front body not as, that still looks a little better. I just have to figure out how to, because I really do like that look. And this doesn't have to be a joint here. Like, this doesn't have to live here. I'm going to remove that. Reminder that this piece had a nice undersided pin right there for this piece to live in. Although that could just fit in anywhere. Okay. Yeah, that's that piece that doesn't exist. Flat silver. There we go. Or pearl dark gray. That's probably cheaper. I'm using that piece because it's a two-sided 1x1 that can hold that in there. So that's why that's in there. There really isn't anything socket-wise that's small. There's chains, there's treads. At this size, there's not really anything. It's a little hefty, but I mean, it can be done. Nothing really can attach to the outside, though. And then you have to figure out how to attach it up here, too. So there's... His head also doesn't have to move. Ideally, I'd like it to, but at the end of the day, these are display pieces for the most part. If I were to ever build them, if I ever to go back and do instructions on a lot of these, I've made sure that every part is at least designed to be movable. It may not actually be movable, but it's designed to be. So I would like it if this were, you know, a little more realistically movable. So like his head, I feel like given the image, like it should be about here. So just a little farther out. Cool, cool, cool. What fills that gap? I mean, these technically fill that gap. Just instead of making it a long one, you make now 2 of these. And that fills the gap. And then you could still have this one be this. So we're just extending it a little bit. So that's a possibility. So let's put this guy in here. Get a hold of this and just slide it all the way out. Put this guy here. Of course, then now I want to go back and do all this stuff again. And I just wish I could get orange joints. Now I think that's too far. So how about 3 plates? All right, so what's everybody's project for after Brick Rodeo? What do you plan on doing? What's a thing you want to get done now that the convention's over? So do another 3. And then there's going to be a 2. I got to hide all this. I realize a lot of us are going to be taking things apart, but is there anything specific you want to get done? Let's move that back here. That's going to be a little stronger. That can be orange. That can be orange. Plate. Orange, and then show everything, and this gets moved back. Okay, that's better. It's coming together. A Viking battle mock, space boat based on a song. I have jury duty Monday after Brick Rodeo. Not looking forward to that. Neighborhood cul-de-sac. One side will be no HOA. The other will be HOA. Or the other side's super creative. It's all xeriscaping and cactuses and rocks and really great additions and people having fun in the backyard. I realize that we're approaching this from different points of view. Because it's never like that. So I am of a type of person, you would be surprised, it's not in ours. I think you have to get special something or other. Because I would love to rip up my yard and never have to water again, put rocks and cactuses and native, long grasses and stuff. Neat little paths and things. Take out everything in the backyard. I should check an RHOA. Well, I also rent, so I would have to go through my landlord and be like, look, we're thinking of getting rid of our lawn. God, I wish this piece came in something other than light gray. So, well, can these come in black? Nope. How about that guy? Black? Nope. All right. Just want to put these right here. I'll look into our zero-scaping. Oh, that's true. Yeah, I mean, like I said, we're coming at it from I'm coming at it from a renter who lives in a house. You come at it from somebody who's like has to manage and deals with people who are not awesome people. So totally different, frame of references. All right, yeah, I'll let you know. That's a project I probably will not get into very soon, but you know, it'd be pretty easy to do. You know what piece I wish they would make? Because there's a modified plate. This would be pretty cool because this comes in black, and this comes in black, and this comes in black. I think this would just be long enough. They also have ones that are longer. These are expensive. Oh, 3 cents. I guess they're not that expensive. So this should fit. This should be pretty long to get to sit in here somewhere. So we'll do that. I've only been to your neighborhood once, Missy, and I don't recall it being terrible. Do you feel like there's a lot of people not keeping their thing nice, or they like leaving vehicles out or anything like that? Oh, that's not gonna work. So let's do, nope, jumper. Black. Oh god, I'm getting a headache. Been fighting a headache like most of the day. Nope, that won't work. Oh, that might actually work out well. I'll make that work. It's not a huge thing, but And then just for accent, something like that. Not too bad. I think I want these to be black. And, all right, so around the neck, what can we do around the neck here? I'm probably gonna need a new fence pretty soon. I take care of the lawn, but the landlord management, the property owner, does you know, maintenance on the place. So if I needed fence, that would fall under that. Anything to do with the driveway, anything to do with the sidewalk, anything to do with the exterior. We've got a new roof recently, last couple of years, last year. New AC last year, new floors last year. So we're good for a while on stuff. And we've been here 4 years. Just renewed for another year. So hopefully we'll be here for a while. But we like it here a lot, so hopefully we can stay. Can I do hinges? What color can these hinges be? These probably can't be that color. They can. Look at that. Modified. That's pretty good. It's not terrible. Let's put something under here. I'm gonna get greedy with this. Yeah, that's too much in the way. Nope. Guess that's good right there. I might redo a mate. I might. I don't like these big flat sections in here, so I got time. This is a modified. There's no reason for this bracket in here, so let's hide that. That is a very long piece that goes in there. There's no reason for that necessarily. This can all move back this way. Oh wait. That can move back here. I don't know that that's a good... Oh yeah, that's got a bit of a... That's a bit of an undercarriage. I could just technically do this. Although I'm gonna put... I need to slow my roll. There's gonna be stuff up here. Corner modified brick pieces. These guys in black. So this guy can go back here. And under here can just go whatever. I'm okay with this big blank piece right here because it's covered. So this is a 3. That's fine. Gives a little character to be a little off there. So I'm liking how it looks so far. What do you guys think? I think this thing honestly could be a little bigger. I think I can expand it a little bit. Not too much. These guys want to come out a little bit. Maybe we have to redo how they're attached. Headlight. Nope. What is that car piece? What is that? Speed Champion. It's a 1x1 curved hollow. Nope. It's a modified brick. Or is it a modified plate? I guess it's a modified plate. Because it's too high. Does that make it a 1x1 by 2/3? This piece. My paw suggestion won't necessarily be simple. Well, so this is the same problem I had with the and I'm not even really done with the I'm closer to being done with this than I am the wow, I don't even have it up here. With the Frost Claw, and I don't think I came to a decision on that really. I'm still working on this. Is I'm not happy with, like, these are fine. Uh-oh. What plates are black that are not supposed to be black? What? Plate 1x2. Not in black. They must be... I bet you they are these weird... What's wrong with those plates? It's just a 1x2 plate. This is also a 1x2 plate. Can it not be black? I'm so confused. Alternative L drop part? What? What in the Krispy Kreme? So, I've never seen that before. Alternative L drop part. It's the same part number. I don't know if you can see that down here. It's the same part number as this. But all these 1x2 parts are suddenly going, nope, that's an L draw part. That's so weird. There needs to be a, all right, we'll replace all these parts with this part. Anyway, all that to say, I need to put this back so I know where it is. Apparently all those are wrong. I'm still not 100% with these feet and hands and stuff, but the sawtooth looked a little better. Some of the other animals I could make larger claws with. But these are like, its hands are long, but its claws aren't necessarily long. So I feel like this works for the look and the size. Because the other thing, the other way to do it is like you did with the Thunderjaw. There is a way to do this, and then you put these new claw pieces that are fairly new this year on here. Because these both come in black and it would look great. And even these are even gray. So, well, no. I think you can only get them in black, really. Yeah, so they have to be black is the other thing. You can get these, but they're a lot bigger. Or you can do... I think I did like clips, 1x1 clips. This piece is also a little weird. Like you can't put a full clip in there. It's too small. So these fit just kind of just right. So that looks good, right? What I run into is it's a little too big. I feel like if I were to replace all these with all these, I don't know that it would look great. Also, these don't come in that color. They come in black. So, I mean, we can try it, but I don't know what your suggestion was. So I don't know where we're going with this. I'm just doing some design talk while we figure this out. So yeah, if I came in here and did just basically replaced all these with these. I think at that point they look too big. They aren't flowing in the direction. The English look like they're running counter to the path of the leg. Oh, I get you. Okay. Okay, we can take a look at that. Let's get rid of this guy altogether. All right, so one section back, down, forward. So the back leg is one section back, down, forward. So the back legs, I don't have a problem with the back legs. The front legs are weirder because the back legs do that kind of they're basically walking on the balls of their feet. Right? They're walking on here. So this section is just the fingers, and this is like the balls of your hand right here. This is your hand. This is your forearm, and that's your bicep. So basically balls of your feet, foot, right? Toes, foot, shin, thigh. It's the same up here, but they're a little, they can curl a little bit, but it's the same thing where they've got a padded foot, right? Forearm, bicep. So it's a little different. But I see what you're saying where it's like, this is a little wide. This bit right here, these two ingots, or this ingot back here. And a lot of this I'm making up because it doesn't, you know, like this could probably look better instead of, this could probably look better on top. And then a side thing over here, given the armor. Or even one more down like that. So the front one, we can change up. I think I was going off this look where it had some, it needs to be a little thinner. Like the front of the legs, they taper down. They don't get wider. And actually, I can add this all back in now. I'd originally taken all that off because I thought maybe it would look better with it looking a little taller and leaner. But we can add stuff back to this that makes it wider to kind of go along with the paws. But I only put these here to kind of give it a little more. It doesn't have to be, they don't have to be there. It's just to make it look a little less like a Lego piece. None of this, you know, they don't have to have either of that. So originally up here, and I could probably take these out. Originally up here I had a bracket. In the sawtooth in the other one. It doesn't even need to be a bracket. What else could we do here? Because it's still pretty flat right there. And again, I can't tell what section that arm is what. But you can always add one of these, or actually, let's do one. Nope, it needs to be something in there so that can attach. Okay. No, that'll work. Let's do this and get rid of that, and this can be a tooth. Would I use bars and clips, which are one wide for the front legs? I would, except then I still have to make a paw. I like having the mixel joints because the mixel joints allow you to do this with the arms and then allow you to do this with the wrists, so they can have a wider stance. It's not just straight up and down like that. The horses I have are just bars and clips, and their legs just go straight up and down. The bigger cats, I like to give them a little more mobility. And let's do don't even need that in there. Just like that. That thickens it up a little bit. It's probably pretty good. I like the 1x1 round plate with bar for the paw. 1x1 round plate with bar for the paw with a 1x1 round tile with a flat side. So 1x1 round plate with a bar. So that's 1x1 round bar. This one or this one or this one. Yeah, with this. So like that. I think that's way too small. I think right now this is a good paw to head size. I think doing this would make it look like he was on like little bitty like ballet shoes or something. It was worth looking at though. I do this paw for the smaller for the scroungers and the scrapper. I think it's a scrapper. These guys are a little smaller, so I use those for their paws. Scrounger. These guys are a little different, but again, they are smaller, like hyena size. These guys are barely bigger than Aloy. So you can see their size compared. So that works for that size, but I see what you mean about the legs being thinner. They could be bulked a little bit. So I could go back and bulk that up a little bit. It'd just be an easy matter of putting like a bracket in here and putting some, like a big tile on the outside or something to bulk those up. Totally doable. I see what you're going for. Yeah. All right. Well, all that said, I'm going to leave a couple of these things ambiguous for now because I think the highlight of this too is like if that wasn't tan, like this might be okay by itself without anything on it. So we'll see. I'm going to play with a couple of things, try to get maybe make that a little bigger. Maybe fill out the neck a little bit somehow. That's why I put this back in here so I could put a, what was I going to do with that? I forgot. Slope. But yeah, so thanks for all the suggestions, everyone. James, thanks for hanging out with me. I hope you have a good rest of your week. I hope you can get everything set for next week. But you guys have a great weekend. I'll see you Sunday. I don't know what I'm going to do Sunday yet for streaming. We'll figure it out. But have a great weekend and be safe and be good. And hopefully I'll see y'all at Brick Rodeo next week. And I'll talk to you later.